Can you see it okay? That's 5 seconds. You said about 10-second lag. Okay, perfect. Good time. All right, thanks.
Good afternoon, graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Welcome, parents, lives of these spectacular young adults. As you are all aware, this has been no easy path to get here. To start with, Oregon graduation requirements are some of the highest in the nation. We're only one of 13 states that requires 24 credits to graduate. Every other state requires less, including our neighbor to the south that requires 13. 13. Think about that. You guys could have graduated at the end of your sophomore year if you'd been in California. But then you would have to be in California, so I don't know. On top of the credits, add in the worldwide pandemic that turned education and most of society on its ear for the better part of 2 years, and you are looking at a group of students who have overcome more than any class in recent memory, and they've done it with grace and kindness. I spent about 20 years of my career believing that kids are the same wherever you go. These students have made me reevaluate that belief. I remember being surprised how many times I was told, "Thank you, you're welcome," in the first 2 weeks of school here. I am still surprised at the lack of top of our nation's scholars, but also keep that kindness and joy so you readily spread around campus. If you can manage to do both of those, there will be no stopping you. At this time, it is time to hear from some of our student scholars. Please welcome to the stage, salutatorian Delaney Bizard.
Thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Delaney Bizard and I'm one of the salutatorians from Harrisburg High School. I'm so honored to be up here in front of you all, and I thank every single one of you for coming. I first want to start off with student athlete and student that I could be, for helping me with my math homework you didn't quite understand, revising my essays so I could at least earn a check to Mr. DeVick, and motivating me to give my all in sports and everything else in between. Without you, parents, this wouldn't be possible for that, and thank you for that. Second, I would like to thank every single teacher and coach at Harrisburg High School. All of the time, preparation, and effort you pour into your students is more than we could ever ask for, and we wouldn't be here without you guys. Lastly, I would like to thank my classmates for the unforgettable memories we've made together, lessons we've learned, and relationships we've all created. From the first day of freshman year, to homecoming week, to powder puff, to football games, to our senior prom, high school through the unpredictable COVID pandemic. Because of the shutdown, we lost some of the best things: activities, school, time with friends, and some throw at us. Sometimes when unexpected things happen, there's fear that the hard times won't pass. But as we learned from the last 2 years, that it will. Life is beautiful and we are not promised tomorrow. So with that, hug your loved ones, be kind to whoever you come in contact with, and be the light that this world needs, and remember that the tough times will pass. You will get through it and you're not alone. Thank you.
Please welcome to the podium, salutatorian.
Again, clearly. But it is very important to know in the back of our minds that we had to deal with a very different kind of obstacle and boundary when we dealt with COVID. The life of sitting at home, nearly half asleep in your bed, while listening to a teacher talk about who knows what on a Zoom call, or even before that, when we didn't have school and we were stuck in quarantine. This class has been and seen it all, and now it feels like we are invincible, that we are able to achieve anything that is thrown at us. I know, the next stage in our lives may be scary, and it may be hard, but Confucius once said, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with but a single step." We have the opportunity to not only take a small step, nor even a big one like Britt Murray could take, but we all have the chance to create our own journey as we move forward. A big leap of hope where we can succeed in our own lives and make a difference in this crazy world we live in. Today, we can leave here remembering the hard work we have put in, and now we get to have the jitters for the future that lies ahead of us. So, class of 2022, what do you say? How about we take that big leap, let's go out into this world with a bang. Congratulations, and thank you very much. Also, by the way, happy 63rd anniversary today to my grandparents, Red and Levita Crab.
Rebecca Cook.
First, I'd like to start with a thank you and congratulations to everyone here tonight. Thank you to all the family and community members that are here to support our graduates and that have helped us throughout high school. Everything you have all done for us is appreciated beyond words. Thank you to the parents who encouraged us and kept us motivated even when we may have thought, I don't need to do that assignment or go to that class. Thank you to the teachers who created opportunities for us and helped students to develop their interests and find what they enjoy learning about. And lastly, thank you to the coaches that often become like second parents to their athletes. I know that personally, my coaches are a huge part of what made me love high school, and they truly will be some of the most influential people I've ever met. And now, congratulations to all the students here tonight. As invaluable as support from the community is, ultimately, you are here because you worked for it. I believe that people create their own success, so by being on this field tonight, you are showing that you can achieve whatever it is that you work for. And I hope you all can take this momentum and use it in whatever you strive for post-graduation. The lessons you learn and the relationships you build throughout high school can be some of the most impactful of your life. In a small town like Harrisburg, this seems especially true, as it's like everyone knows everyone. And many of the people here have watched us grow up throughout elementary, middle school, and high school. They've taught us lessons that are extraordinarily valuable and will likely stick with us for years to come. I know I personally have learned so much from teachers and the adults around me. From Mr. Tatum, I learned that a watermelon is actually a fruit, as well as how to take a step back and appreciate the small things in life. From Mr. Beckstead, I learned to think outside the box and fake it till I make it. And from Mr. Sade, I learned that sometimes things don't make sense and that's okay. And lastly, from Tim Cheek, I learned that cross country isn't so bad and I shouldn't have called him crazy for the first 2 years he asked me to join. Adults aren't the only people who have been impactful in our lives. My classmates are equally as important and influential. The memories I've made with everyone here will stick with me forever. I'll never forget watching Colin and Tristan scream at each other during a game of Risk until 4 a.m., relentlessly teasing Maya during 7th period every day, screaming until I lose my voice during number cheers I should cheer. Now, if I could give every graduating senior one piece of advice, it would be to cherish the people in your life. Good grades, success in sports, and a well-paying job are great, and if that's what you want to strive for, you should. I wouldn't go to basketball or softball games or go to dinner with my team after practice. Instead, I would go home and do homework. I would cancel on my friends because I needed to finish an assignment. I thought I was just being a good student and putting my goals first, but in reality, I was tearing apart my relationships and isolating myself. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't take back my hard work for anything, and I'm so incredibly thankful I was able to focus on school so much. But I wish I could have had more balance those first 2 years. My junior and senior years, I strove to make time for my friends and family, and it was life-changing. I still had time to do my work